This monolithic monster is a Rolls-Royce 2021 Ghost, a 2.5-ton slab of luxury, all delivered in a style that Rolls-Royce describes as post-opulence. Rolls-Royce says that the Ghost was originally so well insulated it was disorientating to drive, and the engineers actually had to pipe subtle sound back in. We got our hands on the car to find out what it actually sounds like and feels like to drive, and we're going to push every single button on it. You might not believe it by looking at it, but the Ghost is the entry-level Rolls-Royce. That means the price starts at only around $300,000. A touch more affordable than the Phantom, but without any compromises on luxury. Each back passenger seat has a wood picnic table and built-in entertainment system, all controlled by a shared rotary knob between the seats. Not to mention a built-in whiskey decanter with an etched Rolls-Royce logo, all completely hidden away when not in use. Rolls-Royce markets this as a car to be driven and driven in, and it's clear a key emphasis has been placed on the passenger experience. If whiskey isn't your thing, there's also a champagne fridge, which even has 2 temperature options, 11 degrees Celsius for vintage champagne and 6 degrees for non-vintage. But it's not just the show-stopping features that set the car apart. Every material is meticulously crafted. From the open-pore Circassian walnut wood to the supple leather, which is sourced only from bulls living above a certain altitude, free from a single mosquito bite or other skin marking. Rolls-Royce even makes claims to the squeakiness of its leather, or lack of. Its workers tumble each piece of leather for up to 16 hours in huge drums to make it practically noiseless. The Ghost also features the famous Starlight headliner, a fibre-optic night sky made of up to 1,340 hand-threaded individual points of light, which gently twinkle above your head, along with an occasional shooting star. And the overall lighting in the car is adjustable, with 2 colours, warm white and cool white. Another thing that sets a Rolls-Royce apart is the scale. The car is 5.5 meters long and over 2 meters wide, making legroom a non-issue. Powering all this is a 6.75 litre engine with 563 horsepower and a top speed of 155 miles per hour. The navigation and entertainment system gives you access to GPS, radio, and everything else you'd expect a modern car to have, including the retractable Spirit of Ecstasy. These controls also include the temperature, and the car uses a microenvironment purification system, which automatically switches your air intake to recirculate the air if it detects high levels of airborne contaminants such as pollution. And all the air is passed through a nanofleece filter, capable of removing even viruses and bacteria, according to Rolls-Royce. The air vents are even internally polished to reduce noise. In the front console, you'll also find the controls for possibly the most bespoke sound system you'll find in any vehicle. The car features a 1300 watt, 18 channel, 360 degree speaker setup, with exciter speakers hidden above the Starlight headliner in the ceiling, and a resonance chamber built into the sill, converting the bass of the car itself into a subwoofer. This speaker system, coupled with the incredible insulation of the car, means that the engine noise will never interfere with whatever you're listening to. So what does that engine noise actually sound like when you're driving the car? We'll let you judge that for yourself. Despite its power, the Ghost remains almost silent. And while we couldn't test the 155 mph max speed, the Ghost can do 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds. The car doesn't even have a rev counter, but rather a power reserve gauge. This power comes at a cost though. The Ghost only manages a combined 15 miles per US gallon, and that drops to only 12 in the city. But it's not the speed of the car, but the smoothness that's the selling point. And that's where the satellite-aided transmission comes in. The car shifts automatically between its 8 gears, using GPS to predict the upcoming corners and pre-shifting to smooth out any gear changes. This long-time feature is coupled with the more recent flag-bearer suspension. Cameras focused on the road ahead prepare the suspension in advance for any bumps or potholes. And to remove any higher frequency vibrations, Rolls-Royce gave the suspension system its own suspension system. The resulting effect is that no matter what speed you're going, the Ghost feels like you're floating above the road rather than driving on it.